Hi, my name is Joe Harless. I was head of the Harless Performance Guild for over 35 years, and I've been involved in the human performance technology probably since its inception, which was in the late 60s and early 70s, when human performance technology evolved out of instructional technology, which in itself, as we know, evolved out of program instruction. I first became involved in the initial development of human performance technology with the consulting that I was doing in the mid-60s with the Eastman Kodak Company and the United States Forest Service. Eastman Kodak at that time asked us to try to help them improve their in-house consulting capability, and turns out in training and human performance therein. At that time, the United States Forest Service approached us and wanted to develop, teach their managers problem-solving skills. So for those two organizations, I developed a series of courses entitled the Performance Problem-Solving Workshop. In early 1970, I summarized those courses into a book called An Ounce of Analysis. It's probably best remembered for coining the term front-end analysis. Now, that performance problem-solving workshop and the Ounce of Analysis book married the diagnostic model for problem-solving and the classic model for experimental design that we learned in graduate school. Now, I'm often asked who and what were great influences on me as it relates to human performance technology. Certainly the book, Kepner and Trago's book, The Rational Manager, undoubtedly influenced my diagnostic model for front-end analysis. But really my association and frankly debate on projects with my colleagues at the Harless Performance Guild was predominantly the big influences, especially early, such people as Claude Lineberry, Stephanie Jackson, Donald Bullock, Evan Horobin, Lindsay Robinson, golly, Bruce Stanton, and a whole bunch of folks like that, who all later went on to become presidents and officers in ISPI, were great influences. I must also cite, I think, early ISPI luminaries such as Gary Rumler and Tom Gilbert and Bob Mager, Don Toasty, Roger Kaufman, Margot Hicks, Susan Markle, and many others as great influences in my evolution and development of human performance technology. Using human performance technology over the years, we conducted scores of projects. It turns out when I review them, the large majority of them involved existing employees not performing satisfactorily, thus requiring a diagnostic model for front-end analysis rather than a type of front-end analysis that deals with new performance to be exhibited. And almost always the client came to us requesting the development of some kind of training intervention. For example, the world's largest manufacturer of wallpaper once asked us to develop training for its workers in how to recognize and correct defects during the production run of making wallpaper. Wallpaper is printed on giant two-story tall presses. When we got them to allow us to conduct a diagnostic front-end analysis, we discovered that the workers, to the person, already knew how to detect and correct those defects. So all the training in the world wouldn't have solved the problem. But they were not doing so because doing so required them to stop the machines, make inspections, make corrections, and then speed the machine back up. You see, they were being paid for the quantity of production rather than the quality of the production. Remedy, therefore, did not involve training, but adjustment in how they were compensated. Now, that's a typical case. In many projects, I dare say in most of the projects in our history, diagnostic front-end analysis showed non-training interventions words usually applicable and sometimes in combination with training. Now, as one of the old-timers in the field, I'm often asked to define human performance technology since I'm allegedly one of the founders and have been there forever. My definition of human performance technology is this, as it's always been. I think the human performance technology is the process of analyzing, designing, developing, and evaluating interventions that most cost-effectively influence performance that is of greatest value to the goals of the organization. He pauses dramatically. Now that's a lot of words, but there it is. Thank you.